Let me tell you why dating is trash. Cause you trash. No, seriously. I'm just saying. Don't be mad. Seriously. Everybody think they are not the problem. It's always somebody else. Women do this, men do that. If women would stop doing this, if men would stop doing that, all y'all is not as perfect as you think you are. Clearly somebody is the problem. But guess when it's going to stop? When you start taking accountability and looking at yourself, when you start saying, I may be the problem. I probably have some issues I need to work on. I need to show up a little bit better. If I do this a little bit better, things might get better. Accountability is the only way things are going to get better. But the problem is, you don't want to face yourself. It's easier to point the finger at somebody else because when you got to look at your mess and you got to look and see that your stuff stank a little bit, then you don't want to do the work. No, to be honest, if you would literally stop focusing so much on chasing the bag, see, the problem is everybody's talking about chasing the bag and they want to look good and they want their outside appearance to look good. And you want to have the nice, clothes and the cars and the shoes and you want to make it look like you're going on all these vacations, like all the aesthetics of life. But absolutely, very few of you are in a therapy session talking about the trauma that you dealt with in your childhood, talking about the sexual abuse that you dealt with when you were a kid, talking about the fact that your parent abandoned you, mom, dad, whoever that was, so now you feel abandoned and you have abandonment issues. um a lot of you don't want to deal with those issues, the rejection that you got, because a mother who walks away from their child, the child ends up having rejection issues. My mom rejected me, like, why? You know what I'm saying? You need to sit in a session and start working that stuff out. But until you do, you're going to keep operating the same. It is completely impossible to become a better version of you in isolation. Like, you might be out and about when it comes to business and I got to make the connections and I'm chasing the bag and I got to work. Workaholism is literally just you running away from what you really need to face. And that's you looking at the person in the mirror and saying, I really need to work on me. I've had so many failed relationships. I'm the main culprit of those relationships. What can I do to change? Doesn't mean that the other person may not have hurt you, but it does mean to take accountability because you're not in control of the other person. You can't make them do anything. All you can do is show up different. So you try showing up different. You try doing better, but you will never do that until you go and get the help that you need and stop acting like the stuff that happened when you was 10 years old does not show up in you today. Cuz 10-year-old you still remembers that. 10-year-old you still remembers that you dealt with that trauma. 10-year-old you still remembers all the things that you've endured, and until you sit down with someone and talk that out, you will continue to have the same relationship patterns. And it doesn't matter about have you can be with someone for years and years. I say this all the time. You can be with for years and years and never be fully connected to that person. Y'all can go out, have a good time, travel together, meet each other's kids, all the things, and never be deeply connected to each other, because true connection takes vulnerability, openness. True connection takes a level of healing that you allow that person to see you not only at your best but at your worst, that you're able to be honest with where your fears are, where you're falling short, and then you guys come together, and how you handle conflict, you guys come together. You can be with someone for years and never be connected to them. And the goal of us and how God divinely made us is to be connected, which is what people are lacking. They feel so empty today, which is why they want so much attention, because you don't feel seen. Connection and vulnerability is the goal. Vulnerability is the goal to deep relationships. If you're not connected and you're not vulnerable with the person that you're with, then you're really just spending time with someone. You're really just wasting years away. You're really just there existing with each other, maybe having fun and chemistry, but you don't have depth, which is why you can feel lonely still in the relationship. So I say all that because that is why I created the Connected Culture Academy on School. My Connected Culture Academy are men and women who are saying, I'm tired of feeling empty. I'm tired of these shallow relationships. I'm tired of the same relationship patterns. I'm tired of men saying all they women want money and all the things. I'm tired of having to perform. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not enough. I'm tired of just feeling like this relationship dating pool is trash. So join me on the Connected Culture Academy. Type yes, I want in right in the comments, and I'll send you the link so you can join us today.